7 o'clock on Monday morning. I'm here at my desk at the Ministry Center across the street from the Supreme Court, 1 block from the Capitol. In fact, that's where I'm headed this morning for my normal Monday morning breakfast meeting. Been doing that for several years now, meeting with some very fine people who themselves have been meeting together for breakfast conferences for the last 37 years in the Capitol. And this is a rich place for building relationships, friendships, many meaningful friendships over the years, and a rich place of ministry for me where I've ministered to many of the members, including as sort of a de facto chaplain of sorts, offering the morning prayer very often and ministering individually to the members. I have married their children and buried their dead, and it's really been a wonderful field of personal ministry for me, and that's really rare here in Washington. Personal relationships don't come easily in a town where there's so much competition and where people are suspicious of one another's motives. And, you always wonder, is there something under the table, an ulterior motive at work here? So this has been a very special place for me. And I look forward to it every Monday that I'm in town. I try to participate, and that's where I'm going to be headed this morning. And this is going to be a full day for us here at Faith and Action. A number of things are going to happen. I'll participate in a news conference today in front of the White House, appealing to the president to extend his generosity to the most vulnerable members of the human family. He is expected today to lift the ban against human embryonic stem cell research, which makes human beings into laboratory animals, into laboratory materials, into unwilling organ donors. Really, it's fraught with moral problems, and we're going to appeal to the president to extend his generosity. He's known as a generous man, former community organizer, former advocate for the poor, and so forth. Well, these are the poorest of the poor. These are the most vulnerable, the most disenfranchised members of the human family. And by experimenting on them and making them unwilling victims of laboratory experiments, you compromise the dignity of the human person. We are all created in the image of God. We are creatures of God, and we're going to appeal to the president's conscience to please preserve the protection of every human person, no matter what their size, shape, or condition of dependency. And of course, humans in the first stages of development are the most vulnerable and the most dependent of all. So pray for our success in that. Then I'll be meeting later today with Dan Pace, who is, among other things, a Christian comedian, and I love comedy. You gotta laugh around here. You'd cry too much. And I haven't seen Dan in many years, but Dan's going to be undertaking a walk across this country on behalf of the poor, and he knows that 21 years ago I did that. In launching a program called Operation Serve International. It was a huge part of my life and remains a huge part of my heart. I walked from the border of Canada at the Peace Bridge through the states of New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Republic of Texas. Listen, I learned how big Texas was by walking through it, and ended my walk at the Bridge of the Nations over the Rio Grande River at Laredo to Nuevo Laredo, Texas, that is, to Nuevo Laredo in Mexico. And as a result of that, we were able to deploy hundreds of volunteers and put mobile medical, dental, and health and hygiene units into the poorest places in and around Mexico City, the inhabited garbage dumps. They call them los basureros, where the mostly children, but also men and women, literally live off of, on and off the putrefaction of one of the world's largest cities, Mexico City. Then after that, of course, we extended beyond that to many other countries and many other cities to similar situations. And today, Operation Serve International, the organization I founded all those years ago, continues its great work reaching out to the poorest of the poor. Check them out on the web. OperationServeInternational.org, and get behind them. They're doing a great job. It's still a huge part of my heart and life. And Dan knows that I did that walk 21 years ago, and so he's going to ask for my advice. And I want to give it to him because I think what he's doing is just terrific. And you're going to read my blog about Dan and his great effort. And then also today, by the way, let me just mention we have 24, well, not even 12 hours left, 12 hours left of our challenge grant here at Faith in Action. An anonymous donor has offered a $25,000 challenge, dollar for dollar matching grant before the end of business day, or actually midnight tonight, March the 9th. You can give up to midnight tonight. And for every dollar you give, this anonymous donor will put up another dollar. So you give at least twice as much today when you make an online gift. So you can go to our website at faithandaction.org and you'll see the donate button. Put that in, and everything up until midnight tonight, March 9th, will be doubled with this challenge grant. And we need it badly because we had to take a $50,000 operating loan after the downturn in the economy. That loan now must be repaid. And this is the way we're going to do it. Dollar for dollar, $25,000 matching grant. Your dollar becomes $2, your $100 becomes $200, your $1,000 becomes $2,000 up until midnight tonight. Please participate. Thanks so much for all you do for us. May the Lord bless you, keep you, make his face to shine upon you, be gracious to you. May the Lord lift his countenance upon you and always give you peace. I'll see you here again tomorrow. God bless. Bye.